Winner moves on. Loser sees their season come to an end. MLB Network brings you exclusive coverage of the winner-take-all wild card game. It's the one-game National League wild card playoff between the San Diego Padres and the St. Louis Cardinals. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you into another edition of Major League Baseball coverage on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Well, I really love these one-game wild card matchups to kick off the postseason. Kind of tough that your season comes down to one game after such a grinding season, but what's better than a winner-go-home game, especially when that's the case for both teams? Should be a lot of fun to watch.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 St. Louis Cardinals.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men with a lot on their shoulders. Our two starters here in this wild card matchup. And here's a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting San Diego Padres. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to survive the wild card game.
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. The St. Louis Cardinals attack you on defense in this fashion. And let's focus on outfielder Dexter Fowler, a former World Series champ, an igniter on offense that can hit anywhere in the order and can handle himself in the middle of the diamond in center field, that premium position where you need him to be the captain. Dexter definitely fits that mold.
Digging in, Manuel Margot. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. The 0-1 delivery. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Here now the 2-2. Is laid off and the count runs full.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
And he lays off ball 4. That's exactly what you want your leadoff man to do, work the count and get on base.
That is not the way he wanted to start off this half inning. It's one thing to walk the leadoff hitter, but it's even more painful when the leadoff hitter is an absolute burner and he can really wreak some havoc on the bases.
In now, Corey Spangenberg. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He's got 2 hits in 16 tries. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Jerko over to his left. one away.
Batting third, first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
The first baseman Eric Hosmer is in. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. First offering on its way. And the changeup is way low that time. Margot, base runner at first with one out. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-1 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
The set and the 2-1 pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We're scoreless on MLB Network. And now here's Mike Matheny's starting lineup for the Redbirds. What's important for this lineup as you look to earn a berth into the division series, D-Row?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Dinelson Lamet is on the mound for the visitors in this NL Wildcard matchup. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Settling in now, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Strike one to start the at-bat. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
You know, when you're facing a top-of-the-line pitcher like this, he's going to be down around the knees like that more often than not. The key is punishing whatever mistakes he makes, but so far he hasn't made many.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
Well, this team, they're swinging at everything, but that pitch was just a little too far out of the strike zone.
The 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking.
Batting second, center fielder.
Standing in, Dexter Fowler, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now here's the pitch. Ripped down the first base line, but this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Margot's on the move, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting third, the shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
So digging in now, Paul DeYoung. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. First pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Margot will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. We are still scoreless. Stepping in, Will Myers. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The left fielder, number 4, Will Myers.
Here it comes. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a knee-high fastball. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone.
D-Bro, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the first inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the ninth.
You froze him on the fastball there. Will Myers goes down to become the first out here in the second inning. Into the box now, Hunter Renfroe. As he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike one. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Drives it out to deep right center field. Pham is after it. He's around first, heading for two. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double.
Hey, he started the offensive production with a bang right there. That's the first hit of the game, and it's a good one. Driving that ball to and over the wall for a ground rule double, and he's basically able to stroll into second base.
Here's Chase Headley. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. Here comes the 0-1. Up around the face.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Renfroe, the runner at second with one away. Two balls and a strike to Chase Headley. Two-one, here it is. Line drive to center field. Catch made out there in center field as the runner will tag from second. And he's up to third safely now with two gone in the inning.
Batting 7, catcher, Austin Hedges.
Now at the plate, Austin Hedges. Runner in scoring position with two gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Hernandez is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. One left for San Diego. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. So here's the cleanup hitter, Jed Jerko. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Third baseman, Jed Jerko.
Here comes the first pitch. Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. Jerko Swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". He was taken in the second round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
The 1-1. And this is bounced foul near the secret weapon, Jose Oquendo, in the third base coaching box. The 1-2. High pop-up. There to pull it in is Hosmer, and there's your first out.
Batting third, right fielder, Tommy Pham.
Striding into the box, Tommy Pham. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First delivery to him on the way. Hit out towards second. Played on the backhand. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
You know, D-Roll, as a pitcher, that could be so frustrating. You're trying to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business. He'll line out probably 15 times, but it won't even out. You take him when you can get him.
At the plate, Matt Carpenter. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. From the stretch. Big swing by Carpenter, and this is out to deep right. Renfroe looking up, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A two-run blast to straightaway right field as the Redbirds have taken a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, he had the right idea, trying to bust him inside, but that pitch caught too much of the plate, and he took it deep for a two-run homer. That was a nice swing of the bat.
Here's Marcell Ozuna.
Batting seventh, left fielder.
As he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. And he misses 2-1. Back up the middle. And that gets through for a one-out base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes, even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Batting ninth, pitcher, Carlos Martinez.
Stepping up to the plate, Carlos Martinez. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a bunt attempt here. Galvis on to Hosmer, but it'll come too late to get them both.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Standing in now, Cesar Hernandez. Pulled high in the air out to right field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. But the Cards do strike for two, both coming on this two-run dinger. We've played two. It's now 2-0 St. Louis. Now at the plate, Freddie Galvis to match up with Carlos Martinez to lead off the inning.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Left side, but well foul. Circle change here, but it's taken for ball two. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
It's been a great job so far by the 8-hole hitter. If he finds a way to get on base, this could spell for a huge inning.
And a good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. The next 3-2. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Once again, a 3-2. And he lays off there, ball four. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 64.
Into the box, Dinelson Lamet. Textbook sack bunt situation here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a bunt attempt here. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Center fielder number 7, Manuel Margot.
And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. First offering on its way. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0 is a sharp slider taken low for a ball. Galvis leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. The 2-1 on its way. Lifted in the air to center field. Fowler has a read on it. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And Fowler won't gun him down. He's in safely at third.
The batter number 15, second baseman, Corey Spangenberg.
Now in the box, Corey Spangenberg. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. A man on third with 2 down. 1-1 pitch. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Drilled down the line. Here now the 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
Three-two pitch. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Standing in, Eric Hosmer. First delivery to him on the way. And a neck-high fastball that time.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Runners on 1st and 3rd, 2 away. Pulled toward right center field. Fowler on the run. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Now to the plate, Dexter Fowler. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And this is low, ball 1. Now the 1-0. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will get there to make the running catch as that ball hung up just a little bit too long. Had a long way to go to make that running catch, and here it is again with the show track numbers. Took a great angle at it, showed nice closing speed, and ended up running close to 110 feet to finally bring it in. No doubt in efforts his teammates are appreciative of. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. Missed with a slider.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
The 2-1 home is a slider taken for a ball. Jed Jerko waits on deck. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Popped him up. Hosmer has a play, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
Here's Jed Jerko now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He popped out in his first trip. Oh, 1, here it comes. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Will Myers is set to lead things off.
Will Myers.
First offering on its way. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And this is taken in by Fowler for the 1st out.
The right fielder, number 10, Hunter Renfroe.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Hunter Renfroe, 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. First delivery to him on the way. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Too high, ball 3. On deck, the dangerous Chase Headley. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. No runs, just 1 hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Here's Chase Headley as he rips it on the ground to second. Hernandez takes it in. Throw on to Carpenter, gets him, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Padres nothing. Stepping into the box, Tommy Pham.
The 4th inning, right fielder, Tommy Pham.
Now the pitch. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. Pham, 30 years of age. He was a 16th round selection during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Hey, from a pitcher's standpoint, sometimes the greatest pitch is the slider that backs up. He got away with that one, but he wants that thing to bury down the way.
ready to deliver the 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this fourth inning will start the same way he ended the third, with a strikeout, and there's one away. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Here's Matt Carpenter.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and did miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park, just like he did back in the second.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
The 1-1 home is an off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Marcell Ozuna is on deck. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Popped him up. Headley in foul ground. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Marcell Ozuna.
Here's Marcell Ozuna, a base hit in his first trip. Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball just a bit high. That's it to short. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals, as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead.
Leading off for San Diego, catcher, Austin Henry.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Look into Molina, now the 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Way in front of that fastball. Changeup stayed low that time for ball 3.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they got a shot to get back in this one.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Freddie Galvis. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. Hedges gets his lead at first, nobody out. This is flared out towards second. Step on the bag for one. On to Carpenter. It's in time. A double play.
The pitcher, number 64, Dinelson Lamet.
Up next, it'll be the pitcher for the Padres, Dinelson Lamet. He did his job and laid down the successful sac bunt in his first appearance. First pitch on its way. Outside with the fastball. It's 1-0.
2 quick outs in this inning so far. His pitch count is really down. I think one of the keys is he's been attacking the strike zone early on, making these guys swing the bat so far in this one.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. And the Padres pitcher behind with a 1-2 count.
Hey, this guy is 1 strike away from absolutely cruising through the first 5 innings. No need to even warm up the bullpen the way this guy's pounding the zone.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They're still down. It's 2-0. Stepping into the box, Yadier Molina, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. First delivery to him on the way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And this is going to get on through into center, a leadoff hit.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
In now, Carlos Martinez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball, 1-1. The 1-1 misses the zone as he pulled the bunt back in time.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Now the 2-1. Now a bunt attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Now batting, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Ready for another shot now, Cesar Hernandez. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. He's set, and the pitch. Missed with a slider. He pulls this one into right, and that's in there, base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Here's Dexter Fowler now as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. The 0-1 on its way, and it's fouled away. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. That misses. 1-2.
These are the situations right here that make me miss wearing a uniform. The big spot, the cat and mouse of what's he going to throw. I'm down 1-2. Can I battle back? The pitcher's trying to put me away. This is what the game's all about.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2. Bouncer to the left side. And that's through. A base hit. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Hey, with that base hit right now, the lead's 3-0. And the way their pitcher's going, D-Row, that might hold up in this one.
Yeah, and you're well aware of it, Dan, as an offense, just trying to put those extra runs across the board. You can take a look at the guy on the slab, towing the slab. He's on fire right now.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. 0-1 the count. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. And this is low. Ball 2. 2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
On a line to shortstop. Throwing behind the runner. Not in time.
Third baseman, number 3, Jed Jerko.
Here's Jed Jerko now. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
That jumps off the page at me. He's found that power chord. Hit some huge homers for the Cards.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 1-0. And a neck-high fastball that time. Hey. Tough slider down low for a strike. Takes this the other way to right. Renfroe is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Cards forced to settle for 1. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Cardinals lead it 3-0. And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. They'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
First pitch on its way. There's a changeup over the outside corner. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. The 1-1. Misses. Ball 2. Now the 2-1 pitch. It's taken for strike 2.
Ready to count 2-2.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Yeah, and as a starter, the last thing you want to do is let a team answer when your guys just scored a run for you. So he's thinking ground ball right here to try to get a double play and end this threat.
Digging in once again, Corey Spangenberg. It was a walk in his last trip. First offering on its way. High in the air out to center field. Fowler patrolling center makes the play. 1 out.
Up next for the Padres, first baseman, Eric Hosmer.
Coming to the plate now, Eric Hosmer. No hits for him to this point, not unlike many of his fellow teammates.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate towards. The total package of Eric Hosmer's game is really special.
This is the big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
Hard on the ground towards short. There's one. On to first. It's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Padres go down quietly. They trail in this one 3-0. Now batting, Tommy Pham. He'll lead it off as we start the home sixth.
Right fielder, Tommy Pham.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Hosmer on the move, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. First pitch coming. Here it is. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. Back up the middle. Oh, terrible bounce, and it goes right by him.
The left fielder, number 23, Marcell Ozuna.
Into the box now, Marcell Ozuna. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
Now the 1-0. He's taken strike 1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Carpenter, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. 2-2 to Marcell Ozuna.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Back up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Can't fault the pitcher for going back-to-back changeups right there. First pitch, he swung through, timing looked a little off. He went back, the batter made the adjustment, and was able to drive it for a base hit.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
I mean, Yachty, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
1 ball, no strikes to count. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And Hosmer won't be able to get a glove on it. It's a fair ball. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Dan, that's a nice RBI base hit on a hard grounder down the first baseline. If the first baseman's holding him right there, it's probably a double play, but not the case.
No question about it, Buell. Sometimes it's a game of inches, and that ball hit where vacated where the first baseman, if he was holding on, that would probably have been one of those 3-6-3 double plays. Instead, it's down the line for a base hit.
Edobre Ramos takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are 2 on with only 1 away. Into the box, Carlos Martinez, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Runners are at first and third, one away. Chopped weakly to the left. To second for one. Return throw is in time. How about that? They do turn two, and it gets him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. Seventh inning upon us with the Cardinals out on top, and it's time to check out the game summary to see how we got here. Here's Will Myers. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
The 2-0. Taken strike one on the inside corner. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Fly ball out toward right field. Pham is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Now batting, right fielder, Hunter Renfroe.
Digging in now, Hunter Renfroe. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. 1 out, nobody on. It's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Even 2-2 count to Hunter Renfroe.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2. Chase Headley will be next. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he misses again, as the command is definitely letting him down now. It's ball 4.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. Can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Into the box now, Chase Headley, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Comes set with the 0-1. Hard hit ball to second. And that's through for a hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Into the box now, Austin Hedges. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
Renfroe over at second. Headley at first, 1 gone. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on.
The great equalizer, the changeup. That was a really good job of getting him to offer at that one out of the zone, and it was all set up by the fact that he got ahead in the count and forced the hitter to have to protect. That's the name of the game.
Standing in now, Freddie Galvis. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. Comes set, and the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Renfroe rounds the corner and is headed home. 1 run will score easily. Here's the second runner around third. And it's not in time. He's safe as 2 runs come across to score away from the play.
Man, it looked like the pitcher was trying to get him to go fishing at a pitch out of the strike zone. He went for it all right, but he managed to catch all of that baseball, lacing it for a double in the outfield. That's a great piece of hitting.
Alex Dickerson will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 24, Alex Dickerson.
High in the air out to center field. On the move is Fowler. And that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. On to the bottom of the 7th. Get up and stretch here in St. Louis. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Friars 2. Jose Torres gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Jose Torres.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Cesar Hernandez. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled off. And And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now. Hit the other way out toward right field. Moving under it, Renfroe. He's got it one away.
The center fielder, number 25, Dexter Fowler.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. A wave and a miss.
Two mid-90s fastballs and you're down 0-2. This is where you got to take a deep breath and pot commit. You're either all in on another fastball or you're finding a way to stay back to attack something off speed.
Pitches away, but it's swung on and grounded to second. Spangenberg has it, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. Not providing much out of the 3-hole in this one. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far. Arodys Vizcaíno takes over pitching duties, looking to get that final out now here in this 7th inning.
Arodys Vizcaíno.
He's set. Here it comes. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Cardinals, but they still lead this one 4-2. John Brebbia has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 60, John Brebbia.
The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go. Manuel Margot. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
Pham is there, and he has it for the out. Cardinals are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. And he really delivered a fantastic postseason performance. Stepping in, Corey Spangenberg. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Starts him out with a fastball too low for ball 1. Brebbia typically throws a lot of strikes coming in out of the bullpen, resulting in low walk totals, although he has been snake bitten by the home run ball at times in the past.
One of the keys for this guy, Matt, is not being afraid to attack the strike zone. With that said, he is prone to giving up the home runs. I think one of the cause of that, Matty V, he leaves a lot of pitches up in the strike zone. He needs to be down in the zone when he's effective.
The 1-1. High in the air out to center field. Fowler has a read on it. 2 gone.
Up next for the
A
Padres.
look there at our line score as we play the 8th inning here at Busch. Cardinals out in front as they look to try and hang on in front of the home crowd. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Counts 1-0.
A ball and a strike to the Padres first baseman. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Hernandez comes up with it. Throw on to Carpenter, gets him, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here this half. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Cardinals are out in front 4-2. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Jed Jerko. No thump out of him in this game so far as might be expected. He's 0 for 3. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
If you know you got a real patient hitter at the plate, I love the mindset of this pitcher right here, attacking the zone 0-0 and getting ahead.
Fouled away. Slider, good 2-strike pitch, but it misses. 1-2. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time. Hard hit ball to second, fielded by Spangenberg. And there's one down now.
Now batting, right fielder, Tommy Pham.
Now at the plate, Tommy Pham. Previously against Vizcaíno. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Hey, that's just a great pitch right there. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, right under the knee. It's interesting. I was a low ball hitter, so you could take the strike zone and go to the ground with it. I can live with that being called a strike. What I can't live with is above the belt getting popped.
That's ball 2.
Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
1 strike.
The 2-1 is in there for strike number 2.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
Matt Carpenter will be next. Now the payoff pitch home. On the ground to third. Headley's got it. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, first baseman, Matt Carpenter.
Riding in once again, Matt Carpenter. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes Matt Carpenter. When we talk about best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Craig Stammen enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning. He's ready. Here's the first offering. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Good pitch right there from the reliever. Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman.
Well, that's a great take there, right there on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just slicing foul at the very last moment. So close to extra bases. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. Getting late. 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Bullet back up the middle. Margot is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Brett Cecil comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Number 27, Brett Cecil. Hitting off for San Diego, left fielder, Will Myers.
Here's the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch misses for the second ball. The 2-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
The 3-1 pitch. Hard ground ball to third. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Stepping in now, Hunter Renfroe. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Myers on at first, nobody out. Fouled off wide at first, but boy, that had some zip on it. Now the 1-2 pitch. Missed with a breaking ball. Now a snap move over to first. Don't want to forget about it. Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase.
Striding in, Chase Headley. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. Here's the first pitch. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that'll get over the wall, so the runner will have to hold up at third.
Well, I do wonder if that ball stays in the ballpark, do they send him home there? It's really hard to say with the ball bouncing over the wall for a double. That might have cost them a run there.
Alan Cordova will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 17, Alan Cordova.
In now, Austin Hedges, as he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
The 1-0. Grounded back up the middle. Throw on to first to be in time, but meanwhile the lead shrinks to 1 here on the RBI ground ball.
A simple ground ball to the infield, but the run does come home from third, and they cut their deficit to only 1 run.
Digging in and looking for more, Freddie Galvis. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. Past history with Brett Cecil. He's just 1 for 6. The 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
And he fouls this one off. 43,975 fans on their feet now here in St. Louis. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of recognizing it and holding back at the plate.
San Diego down to their final strike. Grounder down the line at third. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he struck him out, and the ball game is over as they get the possible tying run over to third, but can't get him across.
Wow, talk about a do-or-die situation. Amazing. They find a way to win the wild card game and advance to the division series. I know the home crowd made a difference, cheering them on, and now they have all the momentum going into the next round.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim one-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. Not a lot of fireworks, but that narrows the candidate list for our top player of the game. And the man you see here was a key contributor, so he takes it home in this one.
Multi-hit game, and one of them was a dinger. That's a solid day's work for any hitter, and it had an impact on the outcome of this game. What else can you say?
So for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. The postseason is in full swing, folks. You've been watching the National League Wildcard game.
Final line score tonight. First for the victorious St. Louis Cardinals. 4 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base.